Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
ಹ್ಮ್.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ನೀವ್ ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ರಾಮ್. ವಾಸುಗಿ ಮಾತು ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕೊಚ್ಚಿನಲ್ಲಿ.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು?
ಹಾ, ನಾನು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಲ್ಲ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಹೌದು.
ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರು ಅಲ್ಲ?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandot Pranams. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandot Pranams.
ಮಾತಾಜಿ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಣಾಮ ಮಾತಾಜಿ. Okay, so we'll start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavate uttamastoke bhaktir bhavati naistaki mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दीनतारिणं चैतन्यम् ईश्वरं परमानन्दमाधवम् ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining Bhagavatam study. Wonderful activity a human being can do is read Bhagavatam. So we'll read from Canto 2, Chapter 1, Text 31 today.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, go ahead. Who's going to read?
Actually, I allocated to Mariappan Prabhuji. He hasn't come yet, Prabhuji.
Yeah, he is not here. He is in Jaipur travel.
No, okay, Prabhuji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chandamsi Anantasya Sirogrananti Damstrayamasneha Kaladvijani Haso Janonmada Karichamaya Duranta Sargo Yadapanga Mokshaha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: they say that the Vedic hymns are the cerebral passage of the Lord, and his jaws of teeth are Yama, god of death, who punishes the sinners. The art of affection is his set of teeth, and the most alluring illusory material energy is his smile. The great ocean of material creation is but the casting of his glance over us. Purport: according to Vedic assertion, this material creation is the result of the Lord's casting a glance over the material energy, which is described herein as the most alluring illusory energy. The conditioned souls who are allured by such materialism should know that the material temporary creation is simply an imitation of the reality, and that those who are captivated by such alluring glances of the Lord are put under the direction of the controller of sinners called Yamaraja. The Lord smiles affectionately, displaying his teeth. The intelligent person who can grasp these truths about the Lord becomes a soul full surrendered unto him. Hare Krishna.
Mataji. Mataji, you want to explain some points on this?
You can explain, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So Sukdev Goswami further explains the Virat Roop of the Lord. So the comparison in the previous verses, we saw the comparison of his lotus feet and different parts of the body, different planetary systems are compared, and sun and moon are his kind of eyes. Now, they say that Vedic hymns are the cerebral passage of the Lord. His jaws of the teeth are Yama, the god of death. So the creation is connected to the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord is a creator and he is a maintainer, he is a destroyer. Because everything happens under his guidance, even though the different Devi Devatas given charge. For example, creation given charge for Lord Brahma, destruction given charge for Lord Shiva, and maintenance Lord Vishnu. But end of the day, everything happens under the guidance of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So Yamaraj, the demigod who kind of punishes the sinners, is also works under the guidance of the Supreme Lord. We have so many pastimes like Ajamila pastimes. All these pastimes we could see how Yamaraj himself kind of confirms that his master is Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. So here also says the art of affection is a set of teeth. No, this is the one most thing in the human body also. The smile, or when somebody shows a teeth, it's contagious. Like the smile is contagious because it attracts. Similarly, Supreme Lord's affection is kind of expressed to the smile. That's why he said the Supreme Lord's smile is so attractive. Just by smile, Lord can solve many problems. Those who go to the temple, they see the beautiful form of the Lord. That smiling face, the smiling face, solves all our problem. So much people would go depression, tension, everything solves. That's why the smile is so attractive. So that's why he says the great ocean of material creation is but the casting is glance over us. How the creation happens. So how on the Prakriti, Lord Sadashiva just by glance agitates like Prabhupada gives example man and woman creation, but it's coming from the Supreme Lord. Sadashiva just glances on the Prakriti. With that, the creation starts. So Prabhupada explains that according to the Vedic assertion, material creation is a result of the Lord's casting glance, just glance. There is no the physical touch. Like Lord Vishnu or Krishna can create or many things without the help of anyone. For example, a human or any other jiva cannot produce another jiva without help of another. Like man alone cannot produce, woman alone cannot produce. Whereas a Supreme Lord doesn't require even Lakshmi Mata's support. He can create. A lot of creations are there. Like Narasimhadev is not created by any one of them. And so many, the Kumaras, it's not created by the with the help of female. So point is that a lot of creation of Krishna is independent. So his energies, his illusion energy, material energy, or spiritual energy, everything come from him, and he is the one simply controlling everything. Prabhupada says that the conditioned souls who are allured by such the materialism should know that the material temporary creation is simply imitation. Urdhamula Madoshakam, like Bhagavad Gita says, it's a reflection of the spiritual world. The reality is there, This is only the temporary reflection, or it's a imitation. Prabhupada says simply an imitation. Reality is that those who are captivated by the alluring glance of the Lord. So the reality, Goloka Vrindavan is the reality. This is the in a reflection or the kind of a shadow of that. But
Okay.
it means that the real is there. Like for example, when you go the bank of river, in the river water, we can see the mangoes. Whereas if you jump into the water, we cannot take mango. Mango is in the tree. What we can see in the water is only reflection. If you want to eat mango, I have to go up in the tree. Similarly, if I want to really enjoy, I have to go to that Goloka Vrindavan or Vaikuntha, not here. This is only reflection. Finally, Prabhupada says, intelligent person who can grasp these truths about the Lord becomes a soul fully surrendered to him. So one who understands this simply surrenders to him. Like Krishna himself says, Sarvadharma Parityaja. So that is the ultimate, that is the final, that's the Vedanta. That is the final instructions. There is nothing after that. Similar, sometime when we talk, we speak and we say, but. Suppose if I have to glorify somebody, say for example, I want to glorify any one of you, and after saying so many things, if I say but, then I say something else. Whatever I said is a kind of a false or it's not accepted. Similarly, when we talk about the Lord, there is no but. Everything supreme, everything comes from Him, and everything is fully accepted by Him. And we have to simply accept Him. That's why finally Krishna says that give up everything, give up all your activities, all your dharma. We are not talking about Hindu dharma, Krishna dharma. Give up all your activities, just surrender to me. That is the ultimate. There's nothing more in that. So we as a practicing devotees simply take up this instructions and make our life successful. Hare Krishna. Next, 32.
Ashwanta Prabhuji also hasn't come yet, Prabhuji.
Anyone read? No problem. Quickly, anyone. Whoever available, please go ahead.
Anybody wants to read?
Please.
Okay, okay, Prabhuji, I'll read.
Yeah.
Okay. Sloka, shall I read for you, Sudha?
Okay, okay, Sridev.
Vridota Vridottarausto dara eva lobo dharmastano dharma patoshya prastam kastasya medram Vishnau cha mitrau kukshi samudra girayosti sangaha. Okay, read translation and purport. You can read translation and purport.
Sure, sure. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Modesty is the upper portion of his lips. Hankering is his chin. Religion is the breast of the Lord, and irreligion is his back. Brahmaji, who generates all living beings in the material world, is his genitals, and the Mitra Varunas are his two testicles. The ocean is his waist, and the hills and mountains are the stacks of his bones. Purport. The Supreme Lord is not impersonal, as misconceived by less intelligent thinkers. Rather, he is the Supreme Person, as confirmed in all authentic Vedic literatures. But his personality is different from what we can conceive. It is stated here that Brahmaji acts as his genitals and that the Mitra Varnas are his two testicles. This means that as a person he is complete with all the bodily organs, but they are of different types with different potencies. When the Lord is described as impersonal, therefore, it should be understood that his personality is not exactly the type of personality found within our imperfect speculation. One can, however, worship the Lord even by seeing the hills and mountains or the ocean and the sky as different parts and parcels of the gigantic body of the Lord, the Virat Purusha. The Virat Rupa is exhibited by Lord Krishna to Arjuna is a challenge to the unbelievers.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
So further, Sukadeva Goswami explained the different parts. The modesty is the upper portion of his lips. Anchoring of is his chin. Religion is his breast, and the religion is his back. Brahmaji is who is generates living beings. Is the material world is his genitals, and Mitra Varunas has two testicles. The ocean is his vest, and the hills and mountains are the stakes of his bones. So different parts of this body is compared to different creation, different personalities. So the point is that everything is the source is Krishna. That is the point here. Prabhupada says Supreme Lord is not impersonal. He is as misconceived by less intelligent person. So now with these explanations of Bhagavatam, we can understand that Krishna is not impersonal because every part is connected here. Every part is explained. Like his full body is explained. Prabhupada says he has got a full body like any other living entity because every living entity comes from him. It's not other way around. Because I have body, Krishna has a body. No. Because Krishna has a body, we have body. Because Krishna is a person, we are a person. Because he is the source of it. Ham sarvasa prabho matta sarvam pravartate, he says everything coming from me. Same thing, Brahmaji confirmed. Ishwarha Parama Krishnaha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. Brahmaji says he is the Karana. He is the origin and everything comes from him. So that's why Prabhupada says he is a supreme person as confirmed Vedic, authentic Vedic literature. See, Prabhupada's words, he says authentic Vedic literature because there are people write kind of unauthentic or they write their own concocted so-called scriptures. So that's why Prabhupada says always stick to the authentic Vedic scriptures. Similarly, he says you stick to the authentic acharyas, who is the sampradaya, four sampradaya, and who follows Guru Sadhu Shastra. Nobody is independent. If to each day somebody claims that I'm the Guru, I'm the incarnation, so many things they create on their own sect. No, that's why Prabhupada is authentic. The Vedic literature, the Vedas, the Puranas, Upanishads, and the Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. These are the authentic scriptures. Again, the scriptures are there. There are people who have written commentary also. We should be very careful which commentary we read, which book we read, because the people who gave so many commentary and they give their own concocted version of the explanations. That's why Prabhupada, when write Bhagavad Gita, he says Bhagavad Gita as it is, and also in the preface or introduction, he writes that there are more than 500, 600 Bhagavad Gita at that time. So what is the need for him to write? He explains that because none of them explained the mood of Arjuna and none of them explained what Krishna wanted to communicate. They given their own interpretation. That's why as it is. That's why Prabhupada says authentic Vedic literature. But his personality is different from what we can conceive. What we can see our naked eyes is not what he is. He is the supreme beyond our imagination. We cannot see in our naked eyes. Arjuna could not see that. Arjuna himself, says that, "Hey Krishna, please come back. I can't see anymore," because his, the kind of light coming from emanates from the body of the Lord, so powerful. Naked eyes cannot see. Even forget that we cannot see the normal eclipse when the lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, if you see that, our eyes get distracted or get damaged. Now, how is that possible? Such a Virat Roop, the effulgent coming from his body, we can see that. That's why Prabhupada says, various example given, Mitra, Varuna, or other Brahmajis, but the potencies of Lord is unlimited and he is beyond anybody control. So when the Lord is described as impersonal, therefore it should be understood that his personality is not exactly type of personality found in the in purpose. means in the material world, we people think that Krishna is also like us. He is also like us, and we can compare. No, he is the Supreme Lord. So Prabhupada that brings out that. So, however, worship the Lord even by seeing the hills, the mountains, or the oceans, the sky, the different parts of the gigantic body of the Lord Virat Rupa. That's why Prabhupada says that it's easy to remember the Lord. The slogan is always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. It's easy. When you see mountain, we can remember Krishna. This is a part of the Krishna's body. When you see ocean, we can remember Krishna, because this is a part of the body of the Krishna. When we drink water, Krishna himself says that I'm the taste. We can see that. When you go out, see a flower, beautiful flower. Who created this beautiful flower? Who put that fragrance? It is Krishna. So we can remember. It's not difficult, and easily you can appreciate. That's the reason if you see Bhagavatam, there are pastimes of the Supreme Lord, which comes later. But the second canto talks about the creation, because this is the most important thing. How great is a person? Unless we understand that, how great the Supreme Lord, we will not be able to appreciate his pastimes later. What kind of Leela he has done? It's not that easy. So just understand that. Just keep people aware Krishna's creation, so that we appreciate that. So Prabhupada says that unless we appreciate Krishna's creation, we cannot appreciate Krishna's pastimes in 10th canto, Rasa Leela, or things like that. That's why Prabhupada says the 10th canto, or the Krishna's pastime in the Kurukshetra war, is both same. But there are people who get attracted to the such a 10th canto pastimes, Bhav Saptam, they talk about that. Prabhupada was not very kind of happy with those Saptaha or those Kathakara, just talking about Rasalila and things related to that. Because Bhagavatam is not about that. That's why Prabhupada always said that read Bhagavatam from canto 1 to canto 9, understand. Then you realize it, then read canto 10. That's why Prabhupada always given a Krishna book, which is a summary of canto 10. So we need not worry about reading too much. Here, Prabhupada says that, so at the end, we simply understand the greatness of the Lord. With that greatness, we can appreciate Him. We'll read one more sloka. Next one. Somebody can read, please.
44. Archana Mataji.
Yeah, go ahead.
She
Go
has
ahead.
come.
Yeah. Archana Mataji
Archana Mataji.
is there. Maybe. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, I'm outside, Mataji. I'm just listening.
Okay.
Then okay.
Somebody else read. No problem.
Sorry.
Anybody wants to read? Sloka 33.
Shall I read?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Nadosya Nadeosat Tanuruhani.
Nadyosya Nadyo Tatanu Ruhani. Nadyosya Nadyo Tatanu Ruhani. Mahi Ruha Vishwa Tanor Nupendra Anantavirya Swasitam Matarshva Gatir Vaya Karma Guna Pravaha. Read Mataji, translation.
Translation. O King, the rivers are the veins of the gigantic body, the trees are the hairs of his body, and the omnipotent air is his breath. The passing ages are his movements, and his activities are the reactions of the three modes of material nature. Purport. The personality of Godhead is not a dead stone, nor is he inactive, as is poorly taught by some schools. He moves with the progress of time, and therefore he knows all about the past and future, along with his present activities. There is nothing unknown to him. The conditioned souls are driven by the reactions of the modes of material nature, which are the activities of the Lord. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 7.12, the modes of nature act under his directions only, and as such, no natural functions are blind or automatic. The power behind the activities is the supervision of the Lord, and thus the Lord is never inactive as is wrongly conceived. The Vedas says that he, Supreme Lord, has nothing to do personally, as is always the case with superiors, but everything is done by his directions. As it is said, not a blade of a grass moves without his sanction. In the Brahma Samhita 5.48, it is said that all the universes and the heads of them, the Brahmas, exist only for the duration of his breathing period. The same is confirmed here. The air on which the universes and the planets within the universes exist is nothing but a bit of the breath of the unchallengeable Virat Purusha. So even by studying the rivers, trees, air, and passing ages, one can conceive of the personality of Godhead without being misled by the formless conception of the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita 12.5, it is stated that those who are much inclined to the formless conception of the supreme truth are more troubled than those who can intelligently conceive of the personal form. Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So further Sukadeva Goswami is saying, O king, rivers are his veins of gigantic body, trees are hairs of his body, omnipotent air is his breath, and the passing are his movements. His activities are the reactions of the three modes of material nature. So again, the point is that everything is connected to the Supreme Lord. Whether our material world, rivers, mountains, grass, animals, everything is connected to the Supreme Lord. And even the passing of a time and every moment and other activities, everything connected to the Supreme Lord. So that's why Prabhupada says that the personal Godhead is not dead stone, he is not inactive, he is active. Similarly, we as living entity, the soul also cannot be inactive. Soul cannot keep quiet. We have to keep doing something. That's why we are always active. That's the reason we have to give some activity for us. The mind cannot be inactive. We have to keep giving some activity. That's why Prabhupada's, if you see in the morning to evening, Prabhupada, morning Mangalarati to the evening Sayanarati, back to back is given activities so that we are not inactive or we are not lazy. We have to keep always, doing something. So Prabhupada says, at the same time, there is nothing unknown to him. But at the same time, he's not in that. He clearly says that everything comes from me, everything controlled by me, but I'm not in that because he's not attached to that. Even though he is created, like for us, for example, for me, if I had done something, I'm attached to that. I want to take control of it. I want that to be under my supervision, or I want that to be owned by me, enjoyed by me. But he is not like that. He is detached. Prabhupada quotes from 712. Translation goes like this: know that all these states of being, be the goodness, passion, or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am, in one sense, everything, but I'm independent. I'm not under the modes of material nature, for they, on the contrary, are within me. So even though he says his activities are three modes of nature, but he is not influenced by the material nature. The Prakriti Kriyamana, and it doesn't work for him. But that's for the normal people. Prabhupada also talks from Brahma Samhita 5.48. He says, Esaitika Nivashita Kala Adhavabhyam Jivanti Loma Vilaj Jagadandayatha Vishnur Mahanya Iha Yasya Khala Vishesho Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Brahma, the other lords of the mundane worlds, appearing from the pores of his hair of Mahavishnu, remain alive as long as the duration of one exhalation of the later Mahavishnu. I adore Primama Lord Govinda, of whose subjective personality of Mahavishnu is a portion of portion. Like yesterday we discussed, everything comes from Mahavishnu. Like Mahavishnu breathing out, unlimited Brahmas comes. So here explain that this Brahma is also saying that I have come from that Mahavishnu. And when he annihilates, when he, or in it breathes out, everything comes out. When it breathes in, everything goes back. So that is the Supreme Lord's creation. Prabhupada also talks from the Bhagavad Gita 12.5. For those who are minds are attracted to the unmanifested impersonal feature of the Lord, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in discipline is always difficult, and for those who are embodied. So those minds are attached to the unmanifest impersonal feature. Those who are not accepting the Supreme Lord in the person or body, it's very difficult for them. That's why we need something, visible to us. That's why Prabhupada always established centers, temples, beautiful Archavigraha form, so that people can appreciate, people can see and worship the Supreme Lord. I'll stop here. Devotees can share their comments. Who want to start from other side? Maybe Umar Shankar Prabhu want to start.
Krishna Prabhuji, I joined late.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Others can chat, Prabhuji.
Okay, Shruti Mataji. No. Sumit Prabhu, say anything.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So in the first verse, 31st, right? So in the 31st verse, it is given like how Lord's glance and smile is in the universe. What is the meaning behind the Lord's glance and smile in the universal form? So when Lord glances, that is the cause of the creation. So as per the Vedas, this entire material creation comes simply by the Lord's glance. And about the Maya, it has been said like it's temporary and only a shadow of reality. But the conditioned souls actually become fascinated by this glamour of wealth, beauty, fame, power. They don't understand that it is just the imitation of the eternal spiritual world. And being deceived by this glance, they are caught up in the network of material enjoyment and suffering. And about the Yamaraj also, it is being given like those who remain captivated by material allure fail under the jurisdiction of Yamaraj. And those who are liberated, they don't have to see the Yamaraj. For them the Vishnu that's actually come. But others who are falling for this illusion, they are they are falling under the jurisdiction of Yamaraj. And about the Lord's smile, it is given like how Lord smiles affectionately. That shows his compassion. He doesn't want souls to suffer, but still it's the soul's choice. And his smile represents his willingness to deliver anyone who turns towards him. So one has to turn towards the Lord. And Lord is willing to come 100 steps if we take one steps. And for this next shloka, there is that Lord is a person, Lord is not impersonal. So many people think that absolute truth must be formless, but the Vedas confirmed again and again that the Supreme is a person, Purushottama. And through his personality, though his personality is completely transcendental beyond our limited imagination. And as it is given like how there are different organs of his body is explained, like Brahma is his genitals, Mitra and Varuna are the two testicles, then uh, other things are given. And Virat Rupa, the universal form, allows people who cannot yet grasp the Lord's eternal spiritual body to see him in creation itself. For that purpose, Virat Rupa is there. And Also as a challenge to non-believers when Krishna displays the Virat Rupa to Arjuna. So it was a direct proof that God is not impersonal, void, but the supreme controller of everything is visible and invisible. And for the next sloka, how Supreme Lord is always active, personal, and in control of everything. So Lord is not like he's active. So he's not inert. He is not like a dead stone or an active principle. He moves with time itself and therefore knows past, present, and future. Time is under his control. He's beyond this time and material universe. And we are pushed actually by the modes of nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance. But these does not act on the Supreme Lord. That they are all working under his supervision. And also it is given about the breath of Virat Purusha. So it is said like all universes last only as long as his exhalation. One breath is the duration, life duration of the entire universes. So that is the like the greatness of the Lord is explained. On what scale the Lord operates. Yeah, Prabhu, that's all from my side.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Sudhavani Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna.
So Supreme Lord, He is the creator and He is the maintainer, and finally He annihilates, but He is not into it. He is untouched by all this, and Lord Krishna has a very attractive smile, and just the smile of the Lord solves all the problems. We only have to turn towards Him and develop bhakti and love towards Him, so that one smile, I mean His smile will solve all our problems. So this material thing what we see around is just a reflection, and if we want the real truth, if we want to spiritually grow, then we have to go to Goloka, Vrindavan. And in the next text, the body parts of the Lord is compared to different types, and Lord is always active, He's never inactive, and not even a blade of grass can be moved without His instruction. So that's how we can understand, like even the time is controlled by Him. And rivers, mountains, Ganges, time, everything is connected to Supreme Lord. S- Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hidey Mataji, anything? Right. Saurav.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Okay.
So I was, for the last couple of 3 days, I'm engaged with some kind of important service so that yesterday also I couldn't attend the class.
Okay.
But I'm gratefully thankful to Sumit Prabhu who explained and narrated each and every chapter. So today there is nothing left to again say. So that is all. Whatever we have, we have to dedicate to the Lord. We must be thankful and grateful to the Lord for this beautiful life, this precious life, and or whatever we need is only just offer to the Lord. Okay, God, thank you so much for giving me this beautiful life. So give me that strength, that power, that intelligence also, so that I can use my intellect to your service, to your lotus feet. Thank you so much for
Thank you, Prabhuji.
that's it.
Vasugi Mataji. Anything on that? Vidya Prabhu Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Nothing Prabhuji. Thank
Geeta Mataji.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Thanks, Mataji.
So what I understood is Lord's energy is permanent. So all the other material things are temporary. So every part of Lord's is explained here. So he is always active. The nature and the beauty of it explains all the greatness of Lord. So whenever we see everything, the smile of the God, everything makes us contagious. Like we also have that happiness when we see the Supreme God. So he's the formless conception. So he is supreme. So that is what I understood.
Thank you, Mataji.
Pranam.
Asha Mataji.
Prabhuji, my takeaway today, how important it is to see God in the form. He's not formless. And when we see him in the form, and I think so it helps us to move ahead in bhakti, or progress in bhakti. And one more thing, in whatever we see, we should see the Lord, and everything is his creation. When we see and when we appreciate that it is his creation, I think so it looks much more beautiful than looking only through the eyes of the material nature. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anybody else want to say anything? Those are most. Okay, nothing is there. We'll stop. Vancha kalpatarabhyasya kripa sindhubhyavasa patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namah ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Bhagavatam
jai
ki jai,
Leela Prabhupada ki jai
ki jai.
Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.
अच्छी
So
भागवतम क्लास की जय.
we'll see you tomorrow.
Radhika Prabhuji
Please,
class ki jai.
please call more people, more devotees. Those who are earlier coming, missing now. New devotees are there, but the old devotees are there. My humble request, please send a message in the group today or request personal message. Please request them to join. Please.
Personal.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare